This is a Onramps, Precalculus Onramps, homework 1.5.2 pattern verification. And it says if a function, f of x has value f of 3 equals 2 and f of 6 equals 8, use what you have learned about function patterns to find f of 12 if f of x is, and then different types of functions. First of all, I've got to zoom in on this so I can see it. So what if it's a linear function? Pattern recognition. What is the pattern for a linear function? Linear function is sum. So as x value increases by some amount, the y value increases by some constant amount. So I'm going to draw a little table here. Here's x, f of x. And then I will go, if x equals 3, it says f of x equals 2. If x equals 6, f of x equals 8. So 3, what do I add to 3 to get 6? Or in other words, 6 minus 3 is 3, so I had to add 3. 8 minus 2 is 6, so I had to add 6. Every time I add 3 to the x, I add 6 to the f of x. Okay, well, if I add another 3, 6 plus 3 is 9. If I add another 6, 8 plus 6 is 14. If I add another 3, 9 plus 3 is 12. That's where answers the question. It wants 12. 14 plus 6 is 20. So f of 12 is 20. All right, power function. What is power function? Power function is product. I multiply the x by some value. I multiply y by some value every time for the same amount of multiplying an x. All right, so here's x and f of x. And let me check it out. X is 3, f of x is 2, x is 6, f of x is 8. So 3 times what is 6? 3 times 2 is 6. 2 times what is 8? 2 times 4 is 8. I'm using a dot for multiply instead of x, because an x, cross for x, so I don't want to get confused with the x's in the formula or the equation. All right, so I'm going to keep multiplying. 6 times 2 is 12. That's what I need here, f of 12. 8 times 4 is 32. So f of 12 equals 32 for the product. And I think it says show your work. Yeah, show your work, so I'm showing my work. Exponential function. Exponential function is sum product. So I'm going to make a table again. X, f of x. And then I have 3 is 2 and 6 is 8. Well, sum. I added 3 and 2 times 4 is 8. So I'll add another 3. I get to 9. 8 times 4 is 32. That's supposed to be a 9. And then I add another 3 to get to 12. That's where I want it to be. 32 times 4 is 128. So f of 12 for the exponential function, f of 12 equals 128. Then I've got one more, which is a logarithmic function. This one is product, which I want to leave that room to put the answer. Product, sum. Now, I didn't look at the notes to see where this was explained, but hopefully this is what was learned. Here's x and f of x. When x is 3, f of x is 2. When x is 6, f of x is 8. And product, 3 times 2 is 6. 2 plus 6 is 8. So 6 times 2 is 12. 8 plus 6 is 14. And 3, 6, 12, 14. So f of 12 equals 14 for the logarithmic function. So I've answered all 4 of them. Linear, power, exponential, and logarithmic. And this is what to write in your notes. Linear function, when you're doing pattern recognition, sum, sum. Power function is product, product. You keep multiplying. Exponential function, sum product. You add for the x's, you multiply for the y's. Logarithmic function is product, sum. You multiply for the x's had for the y's.